So welcome to this AMA. I would say sponsored by Binance, and I'm going to be answering all your questions concerning Binance, concerning trading, how to place trades, and all that. So do well to ask me whatever it is you have, whatever question you have. So you can start now. Whatever question you have, you could just raise your hands and I'll unmute you. Then you can ask your questions. Uh, I don't want to unmute everybody so that the AMA won't become very noisy. So please, if you have any questions, do well to raise your hands. Then we could go on. Okay, so once I should talk about FA. Uh, okay, I think I will. But that's not a question. I need questions. What? Ask a question. Ask a question. You could just raise your hands and I'll unmute you, or just type in the chat box that you need a question and I will mute you so that you could ask. Okay, someone says, how do you know when to go into a trade and when not to? Which is better, sports or futures trading? Both are better if you know what you're doing. Both are good, rather, if you actually know how to do them. The trick is to do which one you know how to do. Whichever one you're very good at, you focus on it. If you can make money on sport, I gave you guys the secret to sport trading some days back in a voice note. I said that someone who has $1,000, right, in his account and decides to be trading sport every day, and you're making 2% of your portfolio every day. 2% of $1,000 is about $20. So you're making 2% every day. You're making $20 every day consistently. In a month, you've made about $600. Right? Am I correct? $20 times 30, yes. In a month, you've made about $600. You get, so for futures is more risky, but the rewards are more high. It's high risk, high reward. And if the coin goes opposite the direction you predicted it to go, you may lose a lot of money or you may even get liquidated. But for sports, if you buy, even if it goes, um, if you buy a coin for $100, even if the coin gets to 50, you still have 50% of your money. You understand? But if the same coin you long it on futures and it goes to 50, that means you might even get liquidated depending on your risk and reward ratio, depending on how you manage your portfolio. So the two of them are good. Depends on how you use them, depends on how good you are. Someone said, how do we know when to go into a trade? Knowing when to go into a trade is a function of technical analysis. Fundamental analysis sometimes does it. Probably if you hear in news, maybe like if you hear a bullish news, if you hear a bullish news very early, maybe the news drops, or you hear, if you have insider knowledge of a particular coin that something is going to happen, you can buy it and wait for whatever it is that happens, that is going to happen, and then you make your profit and you leave. But when it comes to technical analysis, there are certain setups that you see. One of them is, let me show you. Okay, uh, like this XBS that I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for a lovely setup. I've not entered this trade. I would like to enter this trade when it closes. It gives me a 1 hour close. It gives me a 1 hour close above. If you check, or a 4 hour, even a 4 hour close. If you check this, this support line or resistance line or whatever I put here, it has not closed. The price has not closed above it. Price has since this time here, price hasn't closed above it. If I'm going to enter this trade, if I'm waiting for confirmation actually. If I'm going to enter, I like the price to close above it and then maybe test it again before I would enter. And the risk reward ratio is very high because if I'm going to enter this trade now, I'll put my stop loss somewhere here at 3.559. That's that's where I put my stop loss below this swing low. Then if it closes above and I see a bullish signal above it showing that it's going to go up, I enter. And then if I enter making at least 21% from the first resistance or the first take profit, then this one here is Lambo, 119%. You get so I'm just waiting for it to set up. So there are many kinds of confirmation. Some people enter just by the price testing the support once they've seen a very good established support. Some people have bought right here, waiting for the price to go up. But me, I just bought only about $50, waiting for it to go up. Once I get a better confirmation, then I'll enter with another probably another $20 or $30 or $50, whatever. So you get the point. There are many kinds of confirmations. So people, once the price comes down and tests this trend line again, they've bought. Some once it tested this support right here, they've bought. Some like me are waiting for a breakout and then a retest for confirmation. So there are different kinds of confirmation. It's something you have to take time to study. It's not something I'll just tell you at an AMA. This one I'm giving you are just tips. There are different kinds of confirmations. This one is even a 4 hour this is a 4 hour chart. If I go to the daily chart, okay, it's still making the same setup too. But there are different there are coins now. If you go to Bitcoin, you see that the entry for the daily chart is for the daily time frame is quite different from the entry for the 4 hour and 1 hour time frame. So it takes time and understanding and study too to understand when exactly to enter a coin, to enter a trade rather. You get some there's someone says sentimental analysis. Some people enter with sentimental analysis. Once their mind tells them, this coin go moon or this coin going to do well, they enter immediately, without considering any other thing. So I've added that one to the different analysis: fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentimental analysis. Okay. For someone asked another question, I think. Please explain the basics of trading indicators and how to use them. Thank you. Basics of trading indicators. Which indicators? There are many kinds of indicators. And indicators are not, if you want to learn how to trade, you shouldn't really focus so much on indicators, right? Um, First of all, if you're going to learn how to trade, I believe the first thing you need to focus on are the basics of support and resistance, basics of trend, how to use trend lines, how to use support and resistance, the basics of just understand candlesticks, understand support and resistance, understand what they call it, trend lines. Then after that one, you can who be this now? Who is messing up my screen? I'm recording this thing for God's sake. Who is this? Can you please erase this thing? Whoever did it. Anyways, so like I was saying, please erase this thing. Please, I'm recording this thing. Anyway, so as I was saying, some people wait for confirmation. What was I even saying, sef? So indicators, like I was saying, what you need are not really indicators. Learn the basics first of all. learn the basics, then uh, learn trend lines, learn support and resistance, learn what they call it. Excuse me. All right, thank you. So learn trend lines, learn support and resistance, learn can understand how candlesticks work. Then the next thing is you start looking at chart patterns, triangle patterns, head and shoulders patterns, all the plenty patterns you need to learn. If you can get these patterns very well, understand them very well, then I bet you know how to you understand your TA very well. Indicators are there like RSI. For me, my favorite one of my favorite indicators is RSI and EMA. I don't remove these two. I hardly remove these two from my charts, RSI and EMA, because the RSI indicator does it, this the there's a what they call it. There's a misconception that the RSI is just for telling you buy when it's below 30 and sell when it's above 70. That's a lie. That's not just the use of RSI. There are many use cases for RSI. Most people don't know it. If you take my technical analysis course, I'll show you. But let's not go there. My point is you can learn indicators too. If I'm to recommend an indicator to you, I recommend RSI and EMA. RSI, EMA, then Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are really good. These three are very, very good indicators that you could master and use it for your trades. Thank you, Ogaraya, for the suggestion. I didn't even know I could raise it. So, can I take you how to trade future? I can't do that now. Now, this is an AMA. The reason for the AMA is for you to ask me any questions you're having regarding any misconceptions or misunderstanding you're having concerning maybe Binance, trading on Binance, how to place trades and all that. Then I would answer them. These other questions and all these questions you're asking me are not something that I could answer in 1 or 2 minutes. It's a full class. You understand? So please just ask me straightforward questions that I could just answer you. Or if you're having any issue with placing trades on Binance, any issues you're having, you could just ask and I'll answer you. MACD is moving average, convergence, divergence. Let me show you. MACD, I need to erase this one. I find this. So this is MACD. I don't really use MACD like that. So I think there's a way people look at it. Once the lower band or the lower line crosses the above. There's a way they do it. I'm already a MACD person. I'm not a MACD person because the reason I don't use MACD is because it's a lagging indicator. It's a slow indicator. Things go don't happen back before MACD come dey pick up. You get whatever is happening must have happened and passed before then you now see MACD picking up. That's why personally I don't use it. Okay, let's look at an example. Look at the place where the look at the place where MACD showed uh, bearish. The crossover below, the cross, this blue one crossed below. At the point where it crossed below, that is where it showed you that the market is going bearish, that the XVS is going to fall. Are you getting? See the point here? Meanwhile, it has then fallen from here. Only this big candlestick could have told someone a good trader that market is turning. You understand? I don't like using it. It's a slow indicator. Meanwhile, the RSI has already shown you that see where RSI says showing that it will fall from here, from this point. Once it crossed below the 70 region, then someone who is watching must have started watching that our market is going somehow. But see where MACD says showing you when market has already fallen. So I don't really like using MACD, and I can't really teach you because I don't really know it very well. Okay. Any other questions, please? For people who are okay, please explain RSI. and EMA. All right. So I'm not supposed to be teaching you this one here. I have a video where I thought about RSI and EMA. You could watch it. It's a long. It's not something I will start. It's not a 5 minutes question. It's a long stuff. I will just get the link to that video and send to you. Kindly give me a second. I'll get the link. But if you have another question, you could ask, please. Um, I have a video already, so I'll just show you the video. All right, I'm getting the link. Just give me a second. Uh, any other questions, please? Please ask. Oh, I'm open now because the next one you might be needing to pay me money before you. That's the YouTube link I posted there. You can go and watch the video. Okay, how can one set percentage when placing a trade? Okay, you want to know your risk reward ratio. That's lovely. Let me show you. Let me use Wing USDT. It's not call. All of you are asking about futures. Can you handle futures? Futures trading is not my oh. By the time you go and get liquidated, you come and testify. All right, so this is Wing. This is Wing. So assuming now the trade is here. Let's say I need a very good example to show you. Okay, so I've seen this setup, right? I've seen this setup here, and I want to go in, right? I want to go in, and the price is already at this point. Price is already at this point. So what I do is on my trading view, I come here. I can either drop what they call price range. If I drop the price range, remember the uh the coin is here currently. So I draw it from here up to this place. So my potential gain is 18% because this is my first take profit, first significant take profit. The other take profit is here. The other take profit is around here, but it's not really significant. This one is not because of this 6% or 9% I'm going to go and enter a trade. You get. So this is the first significant take profit. I see that okay, my take profit is 18%. It's lovely. Then I check where I'm putting my stop loss because me, I like putting my stop loss below a significant swing low, and I'm using this swing low, right? I'm using this swing low as my significant swing low. So I put it a little below it here. So which means I'm risking 7% to get 18%. Is it a good to get about about 18%? Is it a good trade? That's about almost 3 times. It's a very lovely trade. Which means if I enter with $100, there's potential I'm going to come out with extra $18. I'm going to lose $7, right? Because I'm making 7% to get $18. So for me, I feel it's a good trade. I might enter that trade. You get. If you don't like this one too, you can use this other one. Let me show you. On the trading view, there's what they call this long position now because you're long, you're buying, you're going up. So if the coin is here, you place it here, then you control this to your take profit position, and then you also control the other one to your stop loss position, and then see the risk reward ratio. So this is my stop loss position right here, a little below the swing low, and see the risk reward ratio. And it's almost the same thing. Maybe it's not at the same exactly the same point, but if you see this one is 6 points, you're risking 6.42% to get about 19%. So that's how I check my percentage. This right here is you can also get it on Binance interface too. If I get, let me show you with your laptop, oh, not necessarily with your phone. So I look for, I just come and look for, I don't know where that stuff is on. No, okay, I don't know where this one is here. Okay, trading view. So you can get it on trading view on Binance. That long position too. You just come and, why am I not getting it? Exactly. All right. So the same thing, you can come and do it too if you want on Binance. You just adjust it to your take profit and your stop loss, anyhow you want to do it. But then, if you're asking me how to know when to take profit, that's still a function of technical analysis. Watch that video. Watch that video. You see all those. I have another video for you guys to let me get it and send and share it to you. So that's that one. Um, you guys are asking me mostly questions on technical analysis. No one else. So all of you know how to use Binance. All of you know how to use Binance. You're asking me questions on technical analysis. That's that video. You guys copy the link down and save so that later you can watch it. How do you want to calculate all those points and values appearing on market structure, and how do we do what points and values? I'm sorry, I don't understand. How do we do the reading? All these things. See, if you want me to teach you technical analysis, full technical analysis from what are candlesticks to how to draw patterns and all those plenty things, you will have to take my course on that. You have to take the light blocks course, which is about $300, or there's a $200 plan, or there's a $300 plan, or my personal course, which I just brought it down for people who are having issues with payment, who don't have enough funds. You can just take that one for just $100. It's that one is not expensive. So, but this AMA is for newbies who don't know how to use the interface, newbies who are having issues with trading, placing trades, stop loss, and all those plenty things. Right? For technical analysis, it's not something I'll just teach in 5 minutes or 20 minutes. You understand? It's a full course on its own. It takes time. So please ask me questions that I could answer right here. Please, I'm open to answering all your questions. I could answer now and right here. Easy questions. If I don't have any more, how do I want to calculate this point? If I don't have any more questions, okay. Since there are no more questions, then um, I believe I'll shut it down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you guys for coming. Since there are no more questions, I was really the people who I made this for. They are not, probably they're not here. I don't know. Tomorrow they'll say I didn't. Fine. Now you people are coming. How to use limit order, how to use OC order and stop loss and all. Where you dey since now? What's meaning of times four times three is when times four times is when a coin does two times. Let's say a coin is $1 right now, and then it goes to $2, which means it has done two times its initial value. You're just coming in. How would you just be coming in now? Okay, well, maybe you're not in my group. So times 4 or times 3, then the coin does times 3. That is, if it's $1, it multiply by 3, becomes three times. So if someone who put $100 in that coin is now getting about $300 to $400. That is what times 2 times 3 does. How to set OCO, how to set stop loss, how to set limit. Let me show you guys now before the time runs out. So assuming I want to buy, okay, so this is the Binance interface for the laptop. So this coin now is F. Let me use Bitcoin. No, let me use Ethereum. Now we class on the finish. All right. So Ethereum is 505 right now. Okay, 503 right here. And maybe I've done my analysis and I feel it's going to come down to 500, right? So I'm putting a limit order, a limit buy order. I'll put 500. The price. This is the price now. I put the price I want to buy it at. Limit order enables you buy coins at a specific price that you feel you want to buy, but it might not feel immediately. To feel only when that coin gets to that price. So I feel like Ethereum is going to get back to 500. So I place a buy order for one Ethereum. Maybe I have $500. I want to buy one Ethereum. So I place a buy order for one Ethereum. So that once Ethereum gets to $500, it buys one Ethereum for me. It will not buy immediately. It will buy once Ethereum gets to particular um, that particular price, right? So that's how to place a limit order. The same thing with sell. And I feel okay, Ethereum is going to get to $600. So I place a sell order for $600 right here for my one Ethereum that I have. So once one Ethereum gets to $600, that my one Ethereum sells for me at $600 and I take my profit. How do you put stop loss? You come to stop limit, um, click on stop limit. So the stop is a trigger. Assuming I've bought Ethereum at $500, right? And I feel it's going to go to 600. But then to be safe, to avoid losses, I put my stop loss at 450, right? So I'm losing only $50. I put my stop loss at 450. If Ethereum ever gets to 450, without getting to 600, without me taking my profit, it's going to sell for me automatically and save my capital instead of me losing the whole. Let's say Ethereum is moving down now, moves to $300. Before it will reach the $300, it has already sold for me at 450 because I set a stop loss, right? So I put a trigger. This stop here signifies trigger or alarm or alert. The 450, the stop here means um, the awakening time when the computer will start placing your order. So the trigger is 450. How much I want to sell my head? I put 449, right? I put 449 and then put my one. The reason I put 449 is because if the market is moving down with speed, sometimes if your stop and your limit are at the same price, your order might not get filled quick. So, but then if I put my stop, my alarm or my trigger at 450 and then put my selling price. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be. I'm selling. I'm not buying. So 450, 449. So I put my alert or trigger at 450 and then my main limit sell price is 449, right? So at this four once the coin gets to 450, it will sell for me at 449. It's like you going to the market to buy something. You only buy when you buy when if you see someone who's willing to sell at 450, if the price is 450 rather, and you see someone who's willing to sell at 449, you buy from the person who's willing to sell at 449 because his own is cheaper. That's how we put this on your start to make sure your order gets filled. That's why we use a slightly lower limit figure. Then how to put OCO order is still the same thing on your phone too. So OCO order is just setting is a take profit price and a stop loss price in the same order. That is what it is. So I believe to get to 600. I want to take profit at 600, right? I put my sell price. This is the price I want to sell normally to take my profit at 600. Then you see that thing I showed you in stop limit or stop loss. Just come here and do it. Put my 450 as my limit price, and then put 449 as my sell price, and then I put the amount of eight I want to sell, one full eight. That's it. The only difference with this from this one, the only difference this one has from stop loss is that it gives you an opportunity to set your take profit. So once you've added this setup, if Ethereum gets to 600 before it gets to 450, before if it doesn't come back to 450, it gets to 600, it will take profit for you, and you get your profit, and then you lambo. But then if it doesn't get to 600 and it gets to 450, it sells for you and keeps your profit for you, instead of you keep taking incurring so much losses. So that is OCO. And market market order is a situation where you want to, you don't give them a price, you don't give the computer a price, you just put in the amount of coin you want to buy, 1 full 8, and then you buy. The computer buys for you at any available price, any the best available price at that time is what the computer buys for you at. We use it when you're in a hurry, you don't want to wait, maybe the market is moving, you want to catch up immediately, so you just place a market order and buy it immediately. So the computer chooses a price from the order book, any available price, the best price at that time from the order book, chooses it, and then buys for you immediately. But if you're using a limit order, you will waste time, for you will have to wait because your the price has to get to your limit price for you to buy. That is the difference. That is how to use the market and the limits. Okay, we've run out of time. Thank you guys for coming. I was expecting these questions earlier, but you guys didn't. You guys didn't ask. So thank you. I'm already all right. Thank you guys. Take care. Thanks for participating in the AMA. God bless you. See you next time. I'm going to be conducting another AMA soon, and I hope you guys will be available for that. All right. Bye. Thank you.